Hi guys, this is Divanshu from Team Templated, and in this automation using n8n we have automated our Facebook post. And now Templated has our native integration with n8n, so you don't need HTTP request or HTTP node to use Templated. And yes, we are maintaining our database in Google Sheets, wherein we will be having some data points to input in our image, and we will be taking those renders in our sheet only over here in the sheet 2. So the trigger in our workflow is Google Sheets, and the action is row added. So whenever a row is added in my Facebook n8n automation sheet, this workflow runs, and we are taking the data from sheet 1. As you can see, we have sheet 1. In sheet 2 we would be taking the output in sheet 2. The next node we are using is Templated, and as I said earlier that Templated has now a native integration with n8n, so you don't need to use HTTP request. So Templated is an automation API for your image generation. You can automate your ad creatives, your SaaS images, and anything that you would like to create. So when you sign up to Templated, you would see in the dashboard something like this, and you get some free API credits to test this API. If you already have a template made, you can go to this option and paste it over there, or you could generate your template using our AI generator. For this particular tutorial, I would be using this particular template, and I would be automating some of the layers in it. So specifically this layer, which is text-4, then this layer, which is text-1-2, and then this layer, which is text-3. And all these three layers will take data from my Google Sheet over here. Okay, now let's see the second node in our workflow, which is Templated. You need to connect with your API key. You get your API key in the dashboard again. Go to integrations and then API. You can copy it from here, and then when you connect your API key, you would see your all templates over here, and choose the right template. My template name is Blue Dynamic Simple Open Graph Template, and then map it to the right text layer. So for the text-4 layer, I am mapping it to the blog headline, since this is the layer we would be changing, and it has text-4 name. Then the other layer we would be changing is text-1-2. As you can see from here, that we will be changing the date, and we are mapping it to the right data point, which is date of publishing from here. And the last layer is text-3, and we are mapping it to minimum read time, which is over this layer. And now let's execute this node to check if it is giving us the right data. So yeah, it has been generated. You get your URL in here, and you simply need to map it back to your sheet to get those URLs in your Google Sheets. So the final step is to append row in the sheets, and in this node we are taking the blog headline as in the Google Sheet from here, and taking the rendered URLs from our previous node, which is Templated. And now let's execute this step also, and as you can see that the last node has pasted our rendered URLs in our Google Sheet, as you can see from here. And now let's test any one of the URL, and yeah, they have been made perfectly from the API. So this way you can automate your image generation using Templated and n8n. You can also use make.com or any other no-code platform, and if you are a developer, you can also use programming languages to automate your image generation. If you want a template for this automation, I would give it in my description section. Also, if you haven't subscribed to Templated yet, you can do it and get some free credits to test this API. Thank you for watching this video. Have a good day.